The biggest party of the summer, more like the biggest surprise of the summer, the biggest shocker of the summer, the most unexpected thing of the summer happened in the main event of the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam 2023. But we talk about it next. If you are new, like and subscribe. Brock Lesnar going up against Cody Rhodes. This match did have some highlights, like when Brock Lesnar hit the F5 on Cody Rhodes through the announce table. And then when Cody Rhodes hit like 2 Cody Cutters and Brock Lesnar had a very close kick out. He had like one of those 2.98 kickouts when he kicked out at 2. But in the end, Cody Rhodes hit 3 crossroads in a row and winded up getting the win on Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar actually showed him respect. He actually held up Cody's arm and then he walked out. So, Brock Lesnar, he's either leaving or now he's gonna be a good guy now. It just depends. But if he's leaving, at least people have a good impression of Brock Lesnar as he leaves. Still continuing on. Let's go ahead and get all. I just thought of something. Let's go ahead and just get all the boring stuff out of the way. Starting off with the Slim Jim Battle Royal. It came down to LA Knight and Sheamus. And unfortunately, LA Knight winded up winning. It would have been better for Sheamus to win, but it's okay. Next up, Io Sky cashed in the Money in the Bank contract on a very weak Bianca Belair, who actually just won the triple threat match and just won the championship. And then Io Sky ran in, cashed in, and took the title. This was like the first time that I actually gave women's wrestling a chance in an extremely long time. I don't know. It's like now like it's like it lost my interest or something, but it's like now that I actually like check it out again, it's actually not the worst thing in the world. It like I really enjoyed this whole cash-in experience. I kind of caught the tail end of the match, but I did enjoy the little cash-in thing. I like cash-ins anyway. Um so, if you want to try to get me to watch women's wrestling, then use a cash in because anything that's a cash in, I always enjoy that. It still wasn't number one. That's why I put it in the low excitement scale category, aka boring stuff. But that's why I put it in that category because it still wasn't number one. But it still was okay. Like I enjoy cash ins, so it wasn't too bad. Bianca Belair has a thing with losing titles within seconds at SummerSlam because remember 2021 or last year. No, actually it was 2021. Becky Lynch, right? She lost the title to Becky Lynch. So it's like Bianca Belair and then now Io Sky. So it's like Bianca Belair like has this thing with like losing titles really fast at SummerSlam. I don't know. But moving on, continuing with boring. Now I say it's boring. Drew McIntyre versus Gunther, being the fact that Gunther winded up winning, now I say it's boring. Um, I'm just not right, am I? Because the person that I did not want to win won, now I say it's boring. It's only Professor Coolboy. Okay, now that all the boring stuff is out of the way, now it is time for Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. In Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, there were a few moments of turmoil for the group Halloween. They're starting to feud again. Rhea Ripley and Dominic jump on the apron, and then Damian Priest slides under the ropes the box, the briefcase. And then Finn Balor picks it up and gives it right back to him. And he's like, he was talking about something about a plan and like change your plan or something like that. Don't quote me that that's what he said, but it sounded like it was something like that. Or like maybe was Damian Priest discussing a cash in, or was he giving the briefcase to him to hit Seth Rollins with it, while the referee was trying to keep Rhea Ripley and Dominic off of the apron. Who knows? But then Seth Rollins knocked Damian Priest off of the apron, and then Finn Balor tried to roll him up. Seth Rollins rolled through. Stomp! 1-2 kick out though. And then Seth Rollins had to handle Dominic and Damian Priest, and then ran back in the ring, and then winded up getting hit with the coup de grace. But Seth Rollins did kick out. And then um, here comes the second moment after a few minutes. Then the contract gets slid right back underneath the ropes. The box gets slid right back underneath the ropes. And then Finn Balor starts to crawl to it like he's going to try to use it on Seth Rollins, like maybe like hit him in the face or something with it. The referee is again distracted by Damian Priest. And then Seth Rollins stomp on the box. 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins wins and retains his title. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Tribal Combat. Okay, here's what went down. It was, it was very like basic going into it. Those like WrestleMania matches, like those really like slow, quiet, almost boring, but still entertaining. You're very tired. WrestleMania main events like Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, Triple H versus The Undertaker. Um, um Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Speaking of the subject, Roman Reigns, right? Like those type of main events. And wow, I just mentioned all Undertakers. Wow, are there any others? Wow. John Cena versus The Rock. Like these like very like subtle, you get my idea. They're boring, but they're not at the same time. But hype picked up after Jey Uso picked up Roman Reigns for a Samoan drop through the table that was set up earlier. Then after that, the fight spilled out into the crowd where there just happened to be another table. And then Jay picked him up for another Samoan drop. But then Solo came. Because actually in the beginning I forgot to mention this. We were wondering the whole time, okay, where's Solo? Where's Solo? Because he wasn't out there with him. But he finally appeared. Um and he put down Jay, and then did a I finally learned that this rock bottom he's been doing, it's his variation called the spinning solo. I just learned that via this show. But he hit the spinning solo through the table, and then they set him up. They dragged him to the ring, and then they set him up for another spike and spear. Jay dodged it. Boom. Roman Reigns speared Solo. Roman almost had that look like, what have I done? But Jay speared a Roman. 1, 2, kick out. And then Jay was still in pursuit of Roman after the kick out. With a steel chair, he was chasing him, and then Solo came back with a super kick. He has got his energy back up by that time. And then Solo and Roman were arguing. It's almost like Solo felt like disrespected, but the spear obviously was not on purpose. And that distraction was long enough for Jay spear through the guardrail. It's like the battle of the spears. And then after that, then Jay grabbed well, actually, Solo grabbed Jay. I was going to say Jay grabbed Solo. Solo grabbed Jay up for another spinning solo, reversed super kick. Solo lands backwards on the table. Jay goes up to the top, the very edge of the barricade guardrail, where Solo did what he did to Jimmy. It's like payback, right? Boom, Jay does it splash right through the table. And then right after that, then Jay goes in the ring, and it just gets crazy from here. Jay connects with a spear on Roman Reigns. Then goes up to the top rope. Going for a splash. Splash! I'm like, this very well could be the end of Roman's very long title reign. 1, 2, some guy grabs Jey Uso and pulls him out of the ring. and he's in all black, so we don't know who he is. And then he takes the hood off, and it turns out to be his own brother Jimmy. I talked about this being Jimmy's return spot, but I didn't think it would go down like this. And then it was a long and hard stare, and then just a super kick to the face of Jay, and then he threw him in the ring. This is like so like dark and just old and cold. Like, if that makes sense for commentary, just ignore it. Um Roman Reigns was kind of looking at Jimmy like I don't know why you did this, but I'm glad you did because now I get to win this. Then Roman Reigns started charging up for the spear, and landed into the table. And then one, two, three. This is deep. I need to make episode 2 of Wrestling Chat because we have enough content to talk about for a Wrestling Chat episode 2. So expect that soon. But let's discuss one more thing that's on the way out. Solo did not walk out with Roman Reigns. That's a whole nother conversation, the Solo thing. But he did not walk out with Roman Reigns. Again, saving it for Wrestling Chat episode 2. Then um that was it. No, The Rock did not return. But that was it for this video, peeps. By the way, I do apologize. I forgot to actually mention that after the match with Jay on SmackDown, remember Jay pinned Solo on SmackDown, that it did turn out to be a brawl later on. I did forget that. I don't know what was going on with my mind. I just stopped it at the win for some reason. I don't know what was going on with my mind. But back to this current situation. Um, wow, it's just jaw dropping. But I think I know why, and it's because Jimmy does not want um he does not want Jay to, be tribal chief because like it reduces him because keep in mind Jimmy got injured just before Jay challenged for this match. So we never really saw how he really felt about this. Also remember Roman Reigns said, "Jay, you're the main event because of me." Maybe Jimmy heard that. He didn't like that. So, there's a few little things in here. But that's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps. A truly jaw-dropping ending to SummerSlam 2023.